recession indicator. DoorDash and the buy now, pay later company Klarna are partnering up to allow you to break up your payments on your delivery order or even defer until payday.
Recording this video. DoorDash then partnered with Klarna. Don't make no damn sense, y'all. So apparently the future is here, and it looks like food delivery with a side order of debt. That's right. Get ready for the new eat now, pay later model with DoorDash and Klarna. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure this is exactly what we needed in our lives. After all, who wouldn't want to add financial stress to a food delivery order?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, look, you can enjoy a delicious meal and just worry about paying later. Doesn't that sound responsible? I mean, sure, you might not have the cash now, but you can worry about that later, right?
I guess it does make sense. Like, people have to eat.
It's just like a magic trick, but with your bank account balance instead of a rabbit. Now, I'm sure Klarna and DoorDash really thought about this one.
People need to eat, and if that means deferring the payment to payday,
I mean, who wouldn't want to sit down to a great meal and think, well, at least I'll be paying for this in installments?
Need some Chipotle. Sometimes in life, you just need Chipotle.
Which, let's be honest, could extend well into my post-meal stomach ache. So Klarna CEO Sebastian Simtamawaski ends up in front of cameras and confidently defends this wonderful new partnership.
If this is something that people are actually needing and calling for, that's not a good sign.
He out here telling us in all seriousness that this is a great way for people to have more flexibility when it comes to paying for food. It's financial freedom according to him. But does anyone else see the irony in that? Because what says freedom more than taking on more debt and to pay for more lunch?
the announcement comes amid fears of a recession, an uncertain economic climate, and Americans taking on more debt.
Listen, I get it. People want things instantly. We live in a society where waiting is a foreign concept. So why not have an instant gratification when it comes to food? But here's the problem. If you are already in a place where you can't afford to pay up front, maybe the actual problem is that you shouldn't be buying delivery food in the first place. Got me saying cuss words in the first 5 seconds of the video. Oh well, I'm posting this anyway. So look, DoorDash partnered with Klarna recently. These customers basically finna be ordering burritos and paying for it, months later. I don't think it's a good idea. And I did draft up a whole script about how we was gonna talk about it and it was gonna be funny. But now I just decided I ain't got time for all that. So we just gonna do it like this. Key points you want to know. DoorDash customers. Okay, so basically Klarna did this because they finna IPO and they trying to basically raise their stock price. That's the only reason they doing this. But they framing it as they offering more financial freedom for DoorDash customers to be able to have more options to get that hamburger into your belly, get them chicken nuggets delivered to your house. But really what's happening is they just trying to get a piece of the pie when it comes to broke people, man, making bad decisions. And I get it. I ain't mad at it. But maybe it's some people who out there who make some, sizable orders, maybe some $200 orders, $300 orders, and they use this and it makes sense. But for the average person, if they're using it on a, $15 McDonald's order or a $20 Chipotle order, $30 Wingstop order, this don't make no sense. It's going to put people in more debt. And people is clowning. They clowning all over Twitter, TikTok. I don't be on neither one of those, but either way, it's funny as hell to me. I'm pretty sure y'all done heard about this already. It ain't really too much to go over when it comes to this. Basically, one of the key things I want to talk about is a term that I didn't hear before, but I just came across. It's called collateralized DoorDash obligations. So basically, it's a funny term to say that you basically going into debt over a cheeseburger. And it's hilarious because this is the future of food delivery. You paying for something that you don't need and going into debt over it. Absolutely crazy. But all my FDA family members, let me know how you feel about this. Tap in below. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel like this is going to affect the overall ecosystem of the gig economy, because really, the thing that comes to mind when I think about this is if a customer is ordering something and they paying for it in installment payments, we already fighting to get a tip. We fighting to get a fair wage from the. We not getting no tip on no customer who ordering through Klarna after pay. If you gotta pay for your $20 DoorDash order with installment payments, you was not tipping. This is crazy. And even if you do tip, let's just say you do tip, now you gotta pay that off. You're gonna be hungry 30 more times by the time you pay this off. That's gonna prevent you from placing more orders. You already broke. So I don't know. This is this is gonna be something that make a lot of customers who can't afford it maybe not order as much. I don't know, but they just gonna end up going into a perpetual cycle of being in debt. And wouldn't that be something if your credit score go down because you was late on the DoorDash Klarna payment on your credit card? This is absolutely crazy. Paying for food delivery with a credit card is already one thing, but now we've taken it to the next level and signed up for, creditors and installment payments, partnering with different companies. Look, I ain't gonna waste too much time on this. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. That's all I got for you. I'll see you in the next one.